I write was hood, I might get to it. Not out the woods, so bro, I got to do it. Be a monster, that's why my mantra is being onslaught. From the Lone Star to my lungs.
Alright, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Jarice back at it with another episode of
Real talk.
And ladies and gentlemen, today we have another fake hate crime. So, where did this one take place, you might ask? In the lovely state of California.
What?
I know, right? Shocking. Perfect liberal paradise, California. The state so great that people have to leave the state because it's either A, too expensive, or B, they don't like what's going on in the state, but they will also tell you how great the state that they were basically forced to leave is.
That don't make no sense.
But today's article reads, McClatchy, I don't fucking know, stupid name. Student confesses to racist graffiti at Sacramento school, officials say. And, of course, this story has a surprise twist because, it wasn't the white man. It wasn't the, omnipresent, omniscient white man. But, you know, we'll get into it.
Some new details about the investigations into 3 recent cases of racist graffiti found at some Sacramento City Unified schools.
Last week, you might remember we told you about some markings that said white and colored, and they were written over the water fountains at C.K. McClatchy High School. Well, the school district now tells us an African-American sophomore student at McClatchy has confessed to writing those words.
Of course!
Okay, so we have another case of black people faking hate crimes committed by white people. We had this happen with the girl who was cutting off her own dreads. I did a video on that. The guy who faked a burglary in his own business and drew a swastika and was seen literally robbing his own store. And I've already done enough videos on this, and these people really need to
Stop it. Get some help.
But you know, we won't talk about that. But for some reason, here's what I want to know, right? Damn, that felt good, cracking my knuckles. Here's what I want to know, right? So you got these black people that can literally do stupid shit like this and not be called self-haters and coons and yada yada yada. But me, just for speaking about it and not hating white people every single day, every minute of every day, yeah, I get called the coon. Makes perfect sense, right? But yeah, let's continue.
The case has now been turned over to the district attorney's office, and they will decide if the student should face any charges. Days after the vandalism with the fountains, the school district said on Tuesday that it found more racist graffiti, this time along an outside wall at Abraham Lincoln Elementary School.
And back in November, a derogatory slur was found on West Campus High School, written multiple times near the vice principal's parking spot. KCRA 3's Brandon.
But wait, this is liberal California, the paradise, the place that I'm told I'm supposed to want to move to because it is just the epitome of racial equality and acceptance, and the LGBTQ movement is just so nice and beautiful, and it's literally sunshines and fucking rainbows. That's this California. Okay, got it. Makes perfect sense.
Cummings spoke to the district's community liaison about the cases and what he wants to see happen to the students.
The C.K. McClatchy City.
Okay, if the principal was a real one, he'd expel them.
Damn!
But that's just me. I would expel them because I don't have time for this. I really don't. As a principal of a school, I really don't have time for this. Like, they're so consumed with pushing an agenda because, I mean, let's face it, these kids aren't getting raised by their parents, but they're getting raised by social media and LeBron James and Cardi B and shit. But now, because of that, now we got to deal with a fake incident that really wouldn't even need to happen. But, I mean, here's the thing, right? If there's so much racism out there, why you got to fake the hate crime? Like, really? There should just be plenty of white Klansmen and white supremacists out there just like...
Enemy spotted.
But no, you got to fake your own hate crime because guess what? The demand far outweighs the supply.
Situation is heartbreaking on a number of different levels.
No, it's not. It's not heartbreaking at all. This is the result of liberal ideologies being allowed to run rampant. The government is oppressing you every single day of every single hour, and the white man is out to get you, and Republicans are bad, and blah, blah, blah. Like, we already know. I can already tell you exactly everything this kid goes through in their day-to-day life because, well, one, I'm black, and two, I've heard it from all of my friends and shit, so we all have similar backgrounds. We already know what it is.
Sacramento City Unified School District Race and Equity Liaison Attorney Mark Harris.
In the words of Young Ripper, fake job. Yeah, this dude doesn't have a real job. Sorry.
Reacting to the most recent case of racist graffiti found at a district school. As KCRA3 has reported, last week, markings that read white and colored were written over water fountains at McClatchy High School. Yeah, because there's a total difference between the pipe that goes into the fountains and, you know. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes one fountain better than the other, I guess. So, okay. Like, oh, my God. Oh, this next generation's fucked. And people wonder why I don't want to have kids. Harris told me an African-American student confessed to doing it.
Shocker! You don't say! Oh my God, I didn't see it coming as soon as I heard about this story.
I think that this was a prank. It's a prank that went sideways.
What?
Yeah, no, bro. Bro, just shut the fuck up and just... Oh my God, it's black men like this that literally make me just hate being black. This is fucking ridiculous. I think it was a prank that went a little wrong or went too... No, dude. This chick was trying to fucking make a statement, and she was trying to push some social justice bullshit. Just call it for what it is so we can move on. But then again, I wouldn't expect a guy who has a fake job to have the intelligence to be able to call this out. Or maybe intelligence isn't the word. Maybe it's balls to call it out because she's black. That's really what it is. And this is that whole being on code fucking culture that black people have. It's actually retarded.
It's an unfortunate prank.
No, it's not a prank, bro. Stop calling it a prank.
It does not seem to be an example of any kind of a hate crime. It's not an example, in my opinion, of any kind of a racist behavior pattern. It was a prank.
But that's...
Yeah, only because she's black. But if it would have been a white person that did this definitely would have been called a hate crime. But I guess there's no internalized hatred of her own race here, right? Right? But, you know, we don't talk about that. Black people that's going to call me coons down in the comment section, where you at?
Sophomore student could face being expelled from school and...
She deserves to be expelled.
Possibly even be arrested, although that's not something Harris wants to see.
Well, they need to be punished. They need to be punished within a reasonable realm. But at some point, this is a teachable moment.
A teachable moment because according to Harris, who has firsthand knowledge of the case, the high schooler didn't even understand the history attached to the words.
What?
Wow.
So you mean to tell me a African American student who had the gall to write white and then colored, kind of depicting how it used to be back in the Jim Crow era, where, you know, you had a white fountain and you had a colored fountain, which basically only the black people were supposed to drink from the colored fountain and the white people. So you mean to tell me she doesn't know the historical context, but she has the knowledge to write it down and commit the act in the first place? Yeah, no. Sorry, bro. I'm not buying it. Sell that shit to somebody who's hungry and I just ate.
It was most distressing that the young woman who put the two words over the water fountains was not aware of the significance of that. Genuinely was not aware.
But the...
Yeah, and this just happened to happen in Black History Month, and nobody was like...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Nobody. All right, cool. Bet.
Incident at McClatchy is only one of 3 current investigations
McClatchy. Got it.
underway, both by the district and law enforcement. The investigation process for the other incidents is being called into question by the NAACP. They wrote this
Useless organization. Don't know why it still exists.
statement that reads in part, quote,
Oh, also ran by white people, just so y'all know.
the investigation process is not fair, as evident by the swift investigation and closure of the C.K. McClatchy incident, where the perpetrators are allegedly black. Meanwhile, the perpetrators of the hate crimes at West Campus are still at large, and it seems the SCUSD is protecting them from prosecution.
Okay, there's another clip that's going to come up after this that I'm going to play, but basically, the race hustlers, the Al Sharptons, the NAACPs, the Black Lives Matter of the world, they're basically trying to say the school district is racist because they investigated and found out that they investigated it so quickly because that they kind of knew that the person who did it was black, but they were on camera doing it, so that's like, what? But here's something that y'all might not realize. If they were stupid enough to do it and get caught on camera and the other person wasn't, maybe that's the reason why this got found out so fucking quickly. But y'all aren't ready to have that conversation, are you?
So we get criticized, the district gets criticized for taking too long in that instance. And here's a situation where the whole matter was resolved within 2 weeks, and the district gets criticized for that.
As for the case at Lincoln,
there you go.
Harris says it's a multi-layered police investigation currently underway.
We've got Elk Grove Police, we've got Sacramento Sheriffs, we have our own internal investigation. All of those things are moving forward together right now, but it will take some time.
And the investigation into the case on West Campus was delayed by the pandemic, school closures, and the holidays.
There were a number of interviews of witnesses and potential perpetrators over the past few days. Hopefully we'll come to a conclusion on that investigation internally as the district.
In Sacramento, I'm Brandy Cummings, KCRA 3 News.
All right, you seen that, you heard that. Shout out to ABL, because now I'm just taking his lines and shit. But all right, so now let's look at what the NAACP, the useless ass organization that has literally no purpose in 2022, let's see what they say about this.
Why is it when you find something like this, we find the black students quicker than we find the white students? We're dealing with West.
Okay, they can't help that the black students were dumb enough to get caught on camera and the alleged white students weren't. But, you know, racism, I guess.
Campus still, months of West Campus, and we still haven't found the perpetrators for that. However, I get a call early in the morning from SAC PD saying they found the perpetrators immediately, and was almost, in my opinion, joyful to tell me that allegedly that they were African Americans.
Does anybody really believe that? Like, they were just like, hey, we got them. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, it was a black chick. Does anybody really believe that? Like, they were just brimming with enthusiasm. Like, that it was a black girl. Yup, totally so. Oh my god, this is fucking stupid.
That's not acceptable to me. I want you to put that same energy into West Campus. I want you to put that same energy into every school district that's dealing with these issues. It's a problem.
And then, of course, you got the black dude in the background. Talk to him. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I hate when black people fucking do this shit where somebody's making a speech and then, you know, you gotta always have that person in the background. Talk to him. Or, yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Preach. Like, bro. Oh, my God.
We have racism that's rooted in this school district.
We want to be very mindful that it is alleged that there was an African American student that wrote this graffiti.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, allegedly. She admitted and they got her on tape. Allegedly, though. Allegedly, it's you know, an African American person. Allegedly. You know, that tape, you know, with her actually doing it, allegedly. Her admitting it, yeah, allegedly. Okay. Got it.
And at the same point in time, we are still asking for consequences, as there should be a zero tolerance policy put in, regardless of whoever believed it was a prank. And when we talk about prank, or we talk about things being funny or humorous to some of our students, this is also speaking to the lack there of diversity of understanding how cruel and how destructive something like this, and how it creates the kind of trauma, and it creates the drama that we're dealing with right now. But that doesn't really, nigga.
Yeah, a black person writing stupid shit on water fountains. It adds to the trauma of black people because of slavery and Jim Crow. Because I saw that and I was just like, I got flashbacks to when my ancestors were whipped and they had us out in the cotton field. Oh my fucking God.
Allow McClatchy to say, we're off the hook. No, you're not. Because we're in this moment not because of one incident, we're here in this moment because of several incidents.
No, you're here in that specific moment because of that incident. There are other incidents happening, but in that moment in time, you are there because of that specific incident with that African American child who decided to write white and colored above the water fountains, good sir. You seem like a slightly articulate / educated man. Slightly. You might be a woke libtard, but you seem like you got a little bit of common sense, so let's not play this game, bro. But, yeah, this... I'm honestly getting tired of these fake hate crimes. I think this is like the 5th video I've done on this, and it's getting kind of old. Like, just
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh my God, just I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't. Like, libtard's gonna libtard, I guess. And again, this was in the lovely state of California, you know, the pinnacle of American exceptionalism next to New York, because I'm always told that we should be as open and accepting as the lovely Californians, you know, the ones that live here in the state of Oklahoma with me. Yeah, they're always telling me how great California is despite living in Oklahoma. Super weird. But with that, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If I made a little bit of sense, if I made a lot of sense, if I made too much sense, comment down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because, you know, maybe you can share this with someone who needs to hear a little bit of common sense in this day and age, because, yeah, Lord knows it ain't that common nowadays. But with that, it's been your boy Jarice, back with another episode of Real Talk. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Linking on my brain. Okay. Linking on my brain. I got Lincoln.